News yesterday just sent it flying.
Oh man, I haven't seen where the daily's landed yet, but it's really pushed up, hasn't it?
Yep. Although there's no bottom wick on this daily. Yeah. So
the flippage.
But there's more news today as well, so I'll do some further.
Yeah, well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see.
And that is it. For me, one day of trading this week.
Yeah. Right, guys, let's go and do a top down. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Make sure my mic is on. Yes, we're on. Everything's working. Lovely, fantastic. Right, okay. Oh my God, look at this. Oh, right, okay. Let's have a look then. So, let's do a top down. So, the monthly. Monthly is still current. I know it's pushed up again, right? But it's still currently below this range. Okay, so therefore the monthly could still flip, could close respecting, or could break out. Until it breaks above here, we're still in this range for me personally. Okay, I know you all probably think that's crazy, but we've got 9 days left. We've got 9 days left for this monthly to close. Is 9 days enough for this monthly to pull all the way back? If it's going to do that. If it doesn't, are we going to get a fake out back into the area with the following month? And the reason why I think we might get something like this is because if you look at the weekly broke out, right? So it broke out. When you get a breakout like this, what you'll get is you'll get a candle. What the next candle tends to open up, tap previous support, which is 2071, and then flip to push. We didn't do that. We just shot off straight away. And also, so we didn't tap previous support, and also we haven't got a bottom wick on this weekly. So I would think price needs to come back to here. Okay, now when is it going to come back to there? This is where we don't know. We've just got to wait and see. But I do think price should come back to there at some point, whether it's this monthly candle or whether it's the next monthly candle. Okay, now the weekly had actually closed bearish, which was nice, right? Because we were getting fair sign of pulling back. And this weekly's came down, broke the lows, and then flipped to the upside. Now, we did say that we don't think we can actually drive down without a top wick to 2177. We have been saying that this week, yeah? I did want a top wick to 2177. Now, is this a push to the high, to break the highs, to flip? Is that what we're getting? Now, we've got 2 days left. So is 2 days enough for this weekly to pull all the way back and flip? Don't know. Might be. How many pips is this? Potentially. You said we got news today as well, haven't we?
Yep. Lots.
Oh my God. PMI. Unemployment claims, we have got lots. Okay, so depends on how news comes out here. Depends how news comes out. So currently the weekly, even though we've pushed up like this, the weekly is still in this range. Therefore, where should we be coming? Well, we should be coming down to fill the range, shouldn't we? Where's me fucking drawn down? Yeah, we should be coming down to fill the range. Is this just a top wick, a liquidity grab? Because where's all the money at the minute? All the money was above these 2 wicks here. Now you've tapped it. So is this enough fuel now to drive through this zone? You've got two reasons to come down. You've closed bearish, so you should come and fill the range. You've got actually three reasons. No bottom wick on this, and you didn't tap previous support. Three reasons to come back down. But it's just whether we push further up first before coming down. This is what we need to work out. Okay, so that's the weekly. Now, the daily. Oh my God, look at this daily. So, this is a weird one. So the daily actually broke out. Okay, the daily actually broke out. But first, let's just go over what we were saying yesterday. This daily did not break the lows, and didn't break the lows of the previous wick, and it didn't even break the highs of the previous daily. So we were saying that we can't see this closing below, but if it does, it'll just be a small close below because there wasn't enough liquidity at the time. And look what it's done, just completely flipped. I believe this was news, or was it what pushed this up? We'll see on the smaller time frame, but we did say we can't drive down until you come and tap at least these levels. So we're up there now, which is nice. Now the daily, for example, this has opened up with not much of a top wick, right? And also no bottom wick. So what does that mean to you? If you get a candle with no top wick and no bottom wick, what does that mean? What do you think's going to happen? One of two things going to happen. If this does close bullish, which it tends to not, then the new daily will definitely come back down to grab it before driving anywhere at once, straight away, when both have got no top or bottom wick. I know you've got a little daily wick on that, but it's not enough for me. I would think price needs to come back down to create a bottom wick for this. One, because it didn't tap previous support, and two, you've got no bottom wick on this. And if this isn't a significant wick size for this candle, then we definitely got to come back down. Now the daily's opened up and pushed up first, so could we maybe see a fake out? We've pushed up, we've broke these highs now, we've grabbed all the liquidity above here because people will have stops above these highs thinking this is the top, and we're coming back down. Is this the liquidity grab for this daily now to flip and close bearish back into the range, and then you'll have one big wick like that? Now what would have confirmed if that was going to happen is if this daily had closed respecting. If this daily had closed respecting, that's a fair sign of yes, we're probably going to get this. However, we've broke above, so it makes it a lot more difficult now taking sells, because at any point you can carry on if it wants to. It can just carry on because it's bullish. The daily's broke out, and it's going to the next range. But where's the next range? We don't know where the next range is. This is the problem you have of all-time highs. I don't know where the next range is. And every trade we take becomes a lot more riskier. Okay. So, what is this daily going to end up? I can potentially see a fake out. You've got to look at what it done as well in regards to how much did it pull back. So if you think we pulled back to here, and then on this candle, everyone would have bought. So there would be money here, underneath here. But how much money would be under there, really? I don't think it would be that much. And then this just came down, picked up all the money, then shut off. But is this enough to carry on driving? I don't think it is. I think if anything, because you only just broke these lows, I think if anything, you've got to come back at least 21.82 if you want to carry on driving up, and you'll get this wave effect like that. But I can actually see, looking at this, especially in line with the weekly and things like that, I was getting a fake out to come back down to then break the lows, and this is the break above in order to drive down. I might be wrong, because Forex, anything can happen, and I'm not a wizard. I can't tell the future. I just act upon what I see. So 4 hour, let's have a look. So where's the 4 hour range? Oh, this is a tricky one as well, because you could argue and say, okay, the 4 hours closed respecting. Let's put the trending structure on. Now comes up. So you could argue and say, well, the 4's closed respecting, but is this actually a range when this is all we've got because we're all-time highs. That's all we've got to go off. So is it really a range? I would probably say that's more of a range there. At least you've got 2 touches, because you've got touches here, you've got touches here. That's probably the range for me. So if we do break back below there, I'll be looking at sells to come back below here. The 4 hour, I don't know if this is broke out or closed respecting. But the next 4 broke out anyway, but you've got no bottom wick. So does that mean we need to come back to this? Come up. Okay, everything's looking like we need to pop back down. 3 broke out, no top wick, and then we done a top wick. So is this going to flip, and are we going to get a fake out on this 3? So are we going to get something like that on the 3? 2 has broke, but everything's broke out, so I can't really take sellers yet. If we get a 2 close, I think we might wait for the 4. If the 4 can just close bearish with the 3 and the 2, we could wait for a top wick to sell back down. And then you've got a 1 with no top wick. This is disgusting at the minute, guys. It's absolutely disgusting. So you've got a 1 here with no bottom wick and no top wick. Now, if we can get, this is pure micro trading we're going to be doing today, right? So it'll be good. If we can get, if the 4 hour, see, it's still closed bullish. You couldn't even take a 1 hour close below here, because the 4 would then be closing bullish still. Oh, look at that as well, man. Look at that 30. No double, no top wick, no top wick. We might as well have the day off today, guys. Let's have a look. I mean, we're only after 10 pips. I'm sure we can get something. So there's basically, there's loads of reasons to come down, but everything's shown it needs to go up. That makes sense. But I can't go up because we've done such a big push up. We're very bullish. It's like you do a pullback. It's like, let's say price is pushing up like this, and it's a big one, and you're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to buy, but I'm scared because it is due a pullback. It's like overdue a pullback. So, and no doubt, you've done it before. Once you've bought, it just went. So, let's have a look at these smaller time frames. So we've got 30, 30, no top wick, no top wick. What's this tool? Where's the range on the 5? There's a 5 range. Where's the next range on the 5? Next range on the 5 is here. So therefore, should we be coming down to this? If we can get a top wick, it'd be an aggressive move, and we'd have to be going risk free on. It'd be that aggressive I wouldn't even be putting on the signals, because it'll just be a case of 5 minute. If the 5 minute closes above, we'd be getting out at whatever it closes above at. But if we can get a 5 minute tapping, we're basically saying that you've got to be careful, because the 3's got no top wick. There's no double, no top wick here. Can we actually take that? I would probably need maybe a 15's about to close now. So if this 15 can close like this with a bottom wick, and then the new 15 pops back up and taps 22.06, we could sell down, but we have to be careful, because that's the 30 then flipping back to the upside. But it would be a case of a 5 minute, wherever the 5 minute closes. So if the 5 minutes, say, let's say the new 15 comes, we come back up, let's say we get a bullish close on the first 15, minute 5. Actually, let's say we come to that, we close respecting. And what we're after is tap, back down. Okay, but if the 5 closes above, wherever that 5 closes, we'll be getting out at whatever pips, okay? Because that would be the 30 flipping, and it probably wouldn't come back. That's the thing. So We sort of need a 15-minute close, which we got. So we could potentially look at 22.06 for a trade to come back down. And we're basically saying that the 4 is going to flip because it needs a steeper bottom wick. We're also saying that the 3 is going to flip because it's already done a top wick. We're also saying that the 2 is going to close bearish. Right, we just need the 2 to close bearish. I just worry about this 1. Do we wait for the 1? And then a top wick on the 1 to come back down. We might not even get back that far. That's probably the only thing I've got going on at the minute. These might not even get tapped because it's broke out. The support is here. You only need to tap 22 or 5. Really. Oh, it's going to be a tricky one today. Which is actually really good for your trading, by the way. We're trying. I am worried about this 30 though. I need a 30. Oh, look at that 5 push. Okay. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Okay. With 3 minutes, we're nearly there. If we can tap it, we'll probably look to get in. But if the 5 closes above, we'll be getting out straight away, whatever we're at. Okay. Unless this is a pullback. That was a nice push up there. If this flips this 5, that's it. Okay, stand by. Stand by. Come on, another little push. Another little push. Okay, I am in for sells. Off the 5. We're in for sells. Stops for me. Spread is disgusting on this broker, man. I'm going to get rid of this broker. Stops, really. Could only be the high. Don't need to be the high because we're going off a 5 minute. As soon as the 5, you might have to give it a bit of the, because as long as the 5 closes respecting this, we're good. If it closes above, I'm getting out. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take 50%. And I'm going to go risk free. Nice fast trade. I am now risk free on this trade. Should have took a bit more, to be fair. I'm out, guys. Fucking hell. See where this 5 closes. I don't know if he's got in. That was a fast trade there. Fast, aggressive trade. Let's see what this 5 does. I don't even know what we got there. I think I must have got 7 pips. Wasn't much profit at all. Ah, $112. $112, not bad, not bad. See what this 5 does. Anyone still in on this? Any trade today possible? Hopefully. If this 5 closes respecting, we're pretty good. But the only thing I'm worried about now is if you got stopped, if the 5 close respected, this is probably the push further down. Look at that now. I might have move stops a bit too prematurely there. We could have maybe waited for the 5 to close, I suppose. I just seen the 5 before I knew it. I seen the 5 come literally down to this area. Oh, you little shit. Oh, anyone still in? Someone tell me they're still in, please. Are you still in?
Still in. Yeah.
Fantastic. If the flip, maybe. Yeah. 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 Are you still in? Well done. Okay, so what it is, the 5 still might push back up here though, but it might close respecting because it needs to test this support. So you might get like 5s closing here to then come back down, but you're in this range now, so the 5 should be coming down to these levels. That's a nice 5 close. Yeah, top wick, and then a flip. But remember the 30 can flip at any point. This is why I was really aggressive with the 5, guys. It's not a nice day at all today, right? So to grab anything from today, we've done pretty well. Okay. What we're saying on the chat. Morning Vin, morning Nella. No top wick. I know there's no top wick, mate. You don't really want to be trading like this because you've got loads of no top wicks, but as time goes on with the experience, you'll know what price does. You'll know that, okay, the 5's going to have to come and tap this anyway, and it's probably going to reject it if it wants to come up, so it's going to be enough to get in for 10. We're only after 10 pips, aren't we? So over time, you can actually trade counter trend and stuff like that, but at the start, you just want to, you just want to try and stick to the plan ideally. Early trade today, possible? Yeah, what time are we on? 20 past 8. 7 pips is 7 pips. It is, Rin. 7 pips. Yeah, I'll wait for the flip. Yeah, I should have waited for the 5 close, really, but I probably would have been stopped out anyway on this, so I'm going to leave this on for a bit. If we can see price still respecting this area, okay? If we can see price, you've been stopped, yeah. You should have been stopped at break even if you did go break even. You should have took partial though. So everyone should have grabbed some profit.
10 quid.
Woohoo! Yeah, but 10 quid, if you think about it, imagine if that was 200k live. 300, you've got three 200k lives all up to a trade copy. Imagine how much it would be then. Do you know what I mean? Exactly. So it's not really about the amount on what you want, because you can always add accounts to it.
It is a win, and it goes with me £9.20 I made at 6:30 this morning.
Oh,
so that's 20 quid.
There's your breakfast paid. There's your breakfast paid. I think we're going to have to wait for a 15. If this 15 can close respecting this level, we could maybe look for a top wick, but I'd need these top wicks ruling out now. Actually, it's the 4 about to close, isn't it? No, it's not. It's a 30. So let's see what this 30 does. If this 30 can close below these levels at 22.04, then we can look to. This is not a bad range. This 5-minute range here, right? And this 15, because they all up and down in this range. So we just need price respecting. So if we can get a 30 closing below 22.05, that'll be the 15 closing below there. Okay, and then we can look to sell down. Look at this now. This is what we're saying with the 30. So 30's got no top way. This is what we're saying with the aggressiveness of the 5. Look at that. If we had this on this first 5, if this closed above, I'd probably just get out. I would have got out straight away. But look, came up, tap, rejected. It actually gave us 9 pips. 9 pips it gave us. I don't think I took part on 9 pips, so I didn't take that much. I only took 50% as well, because I was hoping that 5 would flip, but should have took a bit more, really. Oh, look at this 5 now, though. Because you do actually get 1, 2, 1. Oh, that came straight back down. 1, 2. This is quite a strong zone, this, though. This 22.06. So it'll be interesting if we can get a 15 close. Now, if we can get something like this, right? 15 close respect, and the new 15 pushes up, creates a top wick for this 30. Because that means the 30 won't have much of a top wick. If it can create a top wick for the 30, we can then get sell stops underneath. And it'd be even better if this has no bottom wick. Because then you're likely going to have to come back down to at least create a bottom wick of this 15. So that's where we would take partial move to break even. Yeah, but hoping that we'll just fly straight through and get something like these ones. So that's something we could look at also, but we're gonna have to wait for this 30, this 15. Look at that now, guys. Anyone still in?
Yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Is that Mikey G, is it?
Of course it is.
Of course it is. Yes, Mikey G. Yes, Mikey G. Nice. Well, I'm hoping it flies down for you now, because you've came up and tested the highs now. It's just you're going to get a pullback on the next 30, so just be aware. You're going to get a pullback on the next 30, but if this 30 can close below this minor support here, you might fly straight down, which you'll be over the moon, won't you? Look at that 15 now. Look how sexy that 15 looks. Can you understand the reason why I put stops so? Because I know what he's all like, because I've sat on the other end, right? Can you see the reason why we move stops so quick? Yeah, it's playing out now, but the reason, because we've got loads of no top wicks up here. So we're thinking price needs to come back up there. So we were thinking, is this just going to come back up? Okay, obviously it hasn't and flipped and drove down, stopped us out at break even, but that's the reason why we put stops straight away, because we could flip at any point. Everything's still bullish, remember. This is a counter trend trade, so you've got to be a lot more aggressive with stops. At the end of the day, you know, you've had 7 pips, as Ben says. Look at this now. No top wick, so is this going to flip back to the upside? That's a 30 close, isn't it? Oh, no, look at this 30, bloody hell. Be very interesting to see what this does here. Oh my god. Man, if you look at the one. Look at them 1 minute candles. Wow. It's pushed what? 20 pips. It's pushed. 25 pips it's pushed. Jesus. Now if we get a 5 close below, we can't take it because the 30's closing. I was thinking if we get a 5 close below top wick, creating a top wick for this, we can get sell stops underneath. But the 30, we might get a decent pullback in the 30. But the next 30, it can actually still pull back because you've got no top wick, no top wick. This could just be a fake out to the downside to come back up and push the highs. So just be aware. I'm hoping it's not, because the 15 looks really nice. If the 15 closes like this, you'll probably find you might only come and tap 22.04 and then flip and fill the range. Good morning, Kyra. Still holding BE now. Oh, well done, mate. Class. Yeah, wait for the flip maybe. I'm in. Alright, Alan. Alan's in the house. Make sure you drop me a like, subscribe to the channel, you know, all that good stuff. The ranges are big too. I'm in. Yeah. Well, just be careful because the 30 is about to close, so you might get a top wick, so that might catch it out. But, and the reason why you might still come out, because this got no top wick. Okay, so there's a reason there. However, the way it's closing, it should only come and tap previous support at 22.04, so you should get something like this, tap and then flip to fill. Or what you might get, because it's moving quite aggressively down, you might push down first with no top wick, and then you might even close down there, and then you might start coming back up from there. Okay, so I'd definitely take probably 90% of the trade in around 22.01. That would have just been my target really. I wouldn't be targeting any lower at the moment. Look at that 15 now, guys. That's a sexy flip. Look at that entry though, guys, what we would have had there. I mean, spread put me in there, but technically we'll be aiming for there. I don't know if I told, did I even say about stops? I think I just entered, didn't I? Stops would have just been the high really, so stops would have been really nice. 50, even if you went up there, 70 pips, not bad. Where did you put your stops? I'm using set lot lately, so it's sort of, my set lot is like it averages like 100 pips, so 100 pips is like 2%.
Yeah.
So then I've got room to play with and stuff like that then. Oh, look at that 5. Still got no top wick on this 5 though. So it's a new 30 going to close now, right? Let's see what this 30 does. Sorry about that, guys. Moving stops early, but unfortunately, that's the way I trade.
What did it happen? I've got a sell stop under the daily.
Have you?
Yeah, just in case.
Okay, let's see what this 30 does. Oh, it's pulling back. So I said the 30 only needs to tap 22.04, but there is reasons to come back up because that's got no top wick. I wouldn't be looking at any more sellers here, guys. Not yet. Not yet.
Just stay in the ones you're in.
Yeah, if you're still in this, if you're still in this and this comes down, if this 30 pulls back and taps 22.04 and flips back bearish, just move stops to the high of that 30, because if it does come back up, it's likely then going to stop you out anyway. Does that make sense? So you might as well, but don't do it yet. Wait until you tap 22.04 if it's going to do that. It might not. We're pretty bearish here. What does this look like? So the 1, the 2, if we can get a 2 hour close below you, that would be nice. That means the 3, if we can get a 3 close below you, that also would be nice. The 4 would then flip bearish, excuse me, and close bearish. And what do we notice about this 4? So we've got no bottom wick, reason to come down. Not much of a bottom wick. However, what I did notice the other day is, you've got another no bottom wick there. But what I did notice on the 4s, they don't actually need much. Look at these with no bottom wicks. And still drove. So when news pushes are like this, it doesn't necessarily mean it's got to come back when it's news. But I would think you can't drive here and without coming back down to at least 21.85. I can't really see it driving further. News might push it further, but oh guys, look at this now.
It'll probably come back eventually.
Look at this, guys. I'm over the moon for you. Oh yeah, yeah, maybe a few months' time.
I've just noticed I've got a line marked at 2030.
Have you?
No bottom wick from the 29th of February. Just to see when it comes back down to there.
Really? This is 43 pips, guys, if you get this.
Oh,
I know.
nice.
40. TP gonna hit. Is TP gonna hit? 5's closed, no top wicks. There's no top wicks all over. Go on. I hope it does. Come on. Yeah, definitely have your TPs there, guys, because even if you close below, I mean, it might drive, but this is quite a strong area here. And I'd just wait. Wait for closes below for more trades if that's what you want to do. But if you're still in this and you haven't took any partial out and your TP hits here, I'd just be done for the day. Just done. See you later. 43 pips is fantastic. Oh my god, look at that, guys. Well done, guys. TP hit. Well done, everyone. Unfortunately, I got stopped out. I grabbed 7 pips, but oh well. We're all here to help each other and win, aren't we? Okay, so let's get this on the stream. What was this? So what was this? This was a wing back sell, wasn't it? Wing back sell off the 5 minute. Yeah. And it was an aggressive move. Stops. I wouldn't change the way I done them stops there, guys. So I'm not going to be writing I should have waited, yeah, because it was aggressive move. That's what I've got to do. Because 9 times out of 10 you'll get stopped and it'll carry on going back up. Yeah. So, oh my God, look at this powering down. Wow, look at these 5s. Whoo! I can't do anything now. I've got to wait for the one, at least the 1 hour to close now. Okay. So while we wait, I will look for another trade. But we don't have to force it now because we've had some profit. Yeah, we had a lovely day. We had a 1,700 quid day on Tuesday. It's a fantastic day. Oh shit. So that's another one added to the trade. 47 wins, 4 break evens, 3 losses, 2 partial losses and 1 full loss. We've had 1 full loss in the whole time we've been streaming, and we've been streaming since November, is it?
Yeah. Yeah,
November. Let's get this added to the. Dan, you weren't here yesterday, with you? I've got some exciting news for you, mate.
Oh.
And for people who are watching on YouTube, so now, if you become a member now, all members now get free signals.
Free signal.
The signals, you get all the signals for free.
Very nice.
Oh, you don't sound too excited.
Come on, have you?
You don't sound too excited. Yeah, so now with the membership, you now get the signals added in with it. So it's £75 a month for membership, and you get the signals. These signals, it's only for a limited time though. These signals are from the Dean, and also my own trades. So you know the good. So you know the good. Okay, so what time did we get in on this? 10. See what 8:17. That was a nice early trade. 17 gold. Bring back sell. Sells 5. Stop loss was 7 pips, was it?
So the signals like trade ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fantastic. That was good.
What was this? It was all counter trends.
I am enthusiastic, Pete. How dare
Yeah,
you?
it's just the trade IDs, mate. Yeah. Well, I'm not allowed to say signals. Rick will shout at me. Trade IDs, basically.
Yeah. I was going to say, I noticed this morning that I've got access to trade ideas again. Because I did have in December,
Yeah.
and then it went off. So, yes, that is amazing. Anybody who's wants to join, and yeah, additional
Yeah, it's really good now.
help. Yeah, I mean it's from sort of December and seeing everybody sort of talking about it. Loads of TPs hit. So brilliant.
Yeah, the trade IDs are good, mate. I'm not saying it because it's just obviously it's us doing it, but
Yeah.
it's how I trade really. Well, the Dean's powerful anyway. So the stats on the trade IDs are fantastic. Okay, guys. So let's have a look at this. So now with your membership, you get obviously all the education, the Meraki course. You get this logbook. You get weekly calls. You get to be on Discord like Dan is when he's talking to me. Yeah, where you can actually talk and ask questions and things like that when I'm trading live, so you don't need to be on YouTube. And now you actually get the signals with us, so fantastic. So March so far, guys, we're doing pretty well. We've had 11 wins. Okay, 11 trades, 11 wins. We're up 297 pips, 100% win rate. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. The dashboard overall since November. So in November we had a 100% month in November, 83.33% in December. We're still in profit, which was good. January 100% month. February we took a full loss in February, and it was the second last trade of the month. Second last trade of the month, right? So it was a weird day. So we were actually down in February, and then March so far we're having a fantastic month in March. So we're doing really good. We're doing really good on stream. Okay, so I hope you're all enjoying it. I hope you're all learning something. Like I said, 2 months of these streams, man, and you'll be placing your own Meraki trades. Yeah. Okay. Let's see what's happening going on now then. So we're gonna have to wait for the hour to close. Okay. We're gonna have to wait for the hour to close, which is the 4 hour close, and then we'll reassess from there. I'm gonna say it again. Anybody still in this? No.
Fortunately not.
Yeah, definitely could be getting out now, because you're likely going to get a pullback. If you want to drive down, I think you might have to do something like this to come down, or yes, you might push through, but if you close below, then you might get something like this, and you might be fine. But to be honest, 43 pips is fantastic. Fantastico. Oh my God, we are pushing. Yeah, I know. I know. Don't mate, I know.
I was looking at wingback sells from 2209 as well at 6 o'clock this morning.
2209?
09. It's up just at the peak here.
Oh, here?
Yeah, and I didn't put anything on. I just watched it go.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Twice.
That would have been lovely.
Down.
To be honest, yesterday we had potential wingback sells here, but it didn't activate. I think it was, where was that at? I think it was about here. We had wingback sells on here, and what happened is we were messing about here, and I was like, I called it wrong. What time did I call it? I think it was 10:30. I called it here when we had this 30-bit bullish close. But you're just going to mess about now. But then this would have played out perfect if you got in these. Look at that. I mean, even if you got in there, you would have, you take partial move to break even would have been here. You would have been at these levels. If you look left, you might even be here. So you would have grabbed straight away with 2 5-minute candles, 34 pips, and then you would have came down, stopped at break even. So that would have been a lovely trade, but I wasn't on the stream. So, oh my God, look at this.
Driving.
Hey, bloody hell, man. It hasn't even come back. Wow. Okay, what have we got in the chat? Good morning, Jonathan, mate. Waiting for payday before I can join. Oh, spot on, mate. You joined at a good time, mate, with the signals and that now free. Did you catch anything from FOMC? I didn't trade it last night, and I normally do trade it, but I didn't trade it last night. I was busy. So no, I didn't. Look at this now. Wow. There's 1 5-minute candle. Look at that 1 5-minute candle. Bloody hell. It's one of them. You've all been there. It's not where you've hit stop and then it's just bombed through the floor. It's one of them trades. But now you can't get any FOMO. You don't want to just be entering for the sake of entering, thinking you're missing the moves. There's always another trade. You've got to wait, because that's what Forex is doing. It's trying to trick you to get in where they want you to. I know, Are you still holding, Kyra? Have you took partial, Kyra? You are eating good today. You are eating good. I mean, look at that entry, guys. What a sexy entry that was. Look at that. One little pullback. Tap. It went. How much did it go into drawdown? 2 pips in drawdown. You put it wouldn't even. You wouldn't even have went into drawdown by the time you would have entered. Really, really nice. I'm still holding as well. Go on, Alan.
95
well,
pips.
Look at the 4 now, right? So here's the thing: if the 4 closes bearish, right? If the 4 closes bearish, this is our entry line here. Let's get rid of this. Let's work out if you're gonna pull back with the new 4. Because if you're not, you're in the money. Because we've got no bottom wick here, so I do believe price is going to be coming down to these levels, right? I do believe, even if you want to drive up, I think you're going to have to come and tap these. 1, because there's no bottom wick. 2, we didn't tap previous support. If this is support, because we're unsure, aren't we? Okay. If it doesn't come down to tap, that means we're unsure on that support level. So if this 4 closes bearish like this in 15 minutes, the new 4 doesn't actually need to pull back that much. It doesn't actually need to pull back at all. Why doesn't it need to pull back at all? Well, the reason being is this broke all the highs, and this itself is the break of the highs. This big move here is the break of the highs. So we don't need to go any further up. we've done enough liquidity grabs to the upside in order to drive down, because this was the proper liquidity grab, and then these are just pullbacks just to drive further down. Now if you do get a pullback, what tends to happen is you look on a smaller time frame to see where the previous support is. So we'll look on the hour, which I'll show you in a second, but the 4 can actually pull back to test its previous wick, right? So if I get rid of these, it can actually do this, which it would stop us out, but it might not, right? So what you'll tend to get is a new candle pull back, test the previous wick, and then it'll flip. But what you'll get is a wick, and it'll move like in line, so you'll be able to get like a trend line across like that, and you'll find that the wicks will match up on a nice trend. And you think on a lower time frame, this is how you get your wave. You tap in and you get your channels and your trend lines and all that good stuff. Okay, and that's all you're getting. That's what you might get, but you might get stopped out on that on the new 4. However, it doesn't need to come that far back. The reason being is you broke all the lows, the 4's closed, you've got your liquidity grab. So what I'm thinking, if you get an hour close below this, what you might get, you might just come, if you close below this, you might just come and tap previous support at 21.98 and then fly down. But on the other hand, there's loads of reasons to come back up, because you've got no top wick here, double no top wick here. The 1's got no top wick. 2, 3 and the 4's fine, but the 1's got no top wick, the 3's got no top wick. What's the 15 looking like? 15's not too bad. But that's if you close below. If you don't close below there and you close respected, what you're going to get, you're probably going to get that pullback, decent pullback maybe, because you're now in this range at that point. You'll now be in this range on the hour, so you should be coming back to 22.04. You might get something like this, back up, tap, in order to drive through, test. So we'll see. Ideally you want that hour close below there. I'm still in. I closed at 97.7. 97. Oh, nice, mate. Really nice. 97. Still got one sell from Asia High. Asia High! Bloody hell. I cannot take partial, bro. Only micro lots. Alright, okay. No worries, mate. Why do you not use trend lines, actually? I've used them before, Vin. Everything you can think of, smart money concept style, I like to think I've tried. I've tried trend lines, just trading trend lines. I've tried sort of, Meraki is like a mixture. The way I've got Meraki is a mixture of different things I've done and just sort of pulled it all together. Breakouts, OB strategy, market maker. I used to trade market maker. I first become profitable with the OB strategy, believe it or not. But the reason why I stopped trading it is because I couldn't get my head around when all my boxes were ticked, my confluences were ticked, I was still getting losses, and I just put it down to it's just Forex. You know, you can't win them all. I didn't like that. I didn't like it. I couldn't get my head around it. And with Meraki, there's always, I can always identify where I've went wrong if I take a loss. And that's what I like. I've tried indicators. I've tried it. Well, I like it. I mean, some traders will laugh and say, "Well, you know, I've only been trading 5, 6 years, maybe." Some people will laugh and still say it's nothing. I do agree. It's still nothing really for me. Right? I'm always looking to improve, and I'll massively improve still. So, but I do like to say I've tried a lot of things, and you know what it is? I just lost trust in everything, and I wanted to trade solely on myself. Where if I took a loss, I've only got myself to blame. The only other thing I'll trust, the only other thing is the Dean indicator. That's it. It's the only other thing I'll take. I'll only take my trades and the Dean indicator trades. That's it. But yeah, trend lines and that, mate. I've been there, done it all, and I've just found that this is the most profitable way for me. The only thing about this way, the downsides to the trading this way, is the negative RR. I get a lot of stick, which, I mean, I don't give a shit what people think. But the negative RR, because people can't get their head around it, think, well, you're trading negative RR, how are you profitable? Yeah. Yes, well, the negative RR, and if you take a loss, if you do take a loss, it wipes out your last 4 or 5 trades, or it'll take you 4 or 5 trades to make it back. And some people just can't get their head around that, and they really struggle with the mental side, because once they take a loss, what are they thinking then? Shit, what if I take another loss? And then what if I take another loss? And that's all they're thinking, instead of dusting themselves down, come back the next day like they didn't take the loss. It's done, it's gone. You just trade normal because the strategy is profitable. Do you know what I mean? But if you can get over that, but what's going to give you the confidence to know that when you take a loss, you can still be profitable? Well, what's going to tell you? Your logbook. Yeah, I think in February we had 2 losses in February. We had one which was a partial loss on the 8th for just shy of $3,000. Yeah, and then we had a full loss on the 28th. So we actually took 2 losses in February. I mean, we weren't profitable in that month, mind. But if you look at the other months, yeah, obviously you cover the losses. We covered this loss in January anyway. Do you know what I mean? We covered this loss, or you could say you covered it in this month, in March. Yeah, I mean, if we took 1 loss now in March, let's say we took a full loss, which is like $4,000 for me, which is 2% on a 200k, right? Well, it's not a lot more because I've got linked up with my other accounts, but on that account, we're still in profit for that month. So the way, again, you've got to look at, right? This is what you've got to look at as well, because this people struggle with. I haven't got this money. This is not mine until I withdraw. This is not my money. I haven't made $7,500 in this month because I might take a loss tomorrow. When I click that withdraw button, and let's say I take a loss and we take $4,000 off that, we've got that for $3,500 left. Say that's what I've made, $3,500. Now, come to the start of the month, pretend you haven't got that $7,500. Would you accept $3,500 at the end of the month? You'd probably say yeah. Do you know what I mean? So then you're not bothered. So that's the way you've got to look at it. Because what people do, they look at $7,500 and think, oh, I've got $7,500. They'll take a loss and think, shit, I had $7,500. I need to make it back. And that's how people revenge trade and try and chase it back. Yeah. So it's all a psychological battle in your head, and you need to learn to win. Yeah. I could stop trading now, easy, this month. I'm on the 21st. I could stop trading now and pocket this. Okay. Now what I do though, I do turn accounts off on my social trader once it gets to a certain point. But you get the gist what I'm saying. I could just carry on easy and still be profitable because the logbook shows I'm profitable. Okay. And if you're just watching on YouTube, every trade we've took has a link of what we've took. Nothing goes on this logbook without it being seen on the stream. Okay, nothing at all. It's also linked up to my FX book as well, so you can have a look at that. But everything's transparent on here. Okay, even if I'm coming off a stream, sometimes I'm like, right guys, I'll be getting in a trade on this, but I've got to go. I won't put it on the logbook, but I'll tell people there's a trade here. Because I want everything. I want us to be able to look back in the year and see how far we've all come from 1 year of data and being fully transparent. We've taken 1 trade a day on stream. When I say 1 trade, we took 2 last week. I think it was, wasn't it? Very lucky. I think we nearly had 3 as well, didn't we? Look at this one. Oh, look at this now, guys. So here's another thing here. So if this 1 hour pulls back, we only need this 1 hour to close below 22.05, or do we? Because that's the 4 flipping bullish. We need the 4 to stay bearish, that's it. If the 4 flips bullish, it's going to be tricky. So we need the 1 to ideally stay below this level of 22.02. Okay. What we like, how many? Guys, if you're watching on YouTube, drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, jump into the Discord. The Discord's all been changed around, I don't know if you've noticed. Vic's cleaned it all up, lovely. She's a grafter, isn't she?
Much nicer.
She doesn't sleep, mate.
Messaging at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mate,
I've done this.
she doesn't sleep. She just, she's up all night, just improving life.
Yeah. Well, I was up at 3 o'clock this morning, and she was. I'm pretty sure she was still online then.
Oh, she would have been. Announcements. What's this?
If you're listening, Vic, get some sleep.
Yeah, I know. I tell all the time, me. Go to sleep. Why are you messaging me? Yeah, folks, you know, it's somewhere my way. All the courses on the Discord as well now, so it's everything. You don't even have to go on the website. Much better. Same for technical support, for question indicators, trade ideas, also PE now too. More to follow on that later today. Sorry, but I've been named in famous trading study. Oh, she's changed the trading study. I didn't even notice that.
To Meraki Live.
Meraki Live. Oh, right, okay, that's alright. Meraki Live. Trading. Final change here is that I've moved the one-to-one area just below the live trading. Should anyone need one. Lovely jubbly. What's this? Technical support. Bloody hell. Resources library. We have 3 minutes for a close, guys. We're just chilling at the minute. Forex basics. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's a lot easier for people. It's on my bloody face, so I hear it. Mikey G, are you out that trade now? He'll still be in, knowing him.
I'm in a buy.
In a buy? Are you really?
Yeah.
You are off it, you aren't you? Do you know what? You might be right though, because we could easily get a fake out here to push back up.
I took out towards the bottom of there, and then I thought, well, it's gonna have a pullback before the thing, so I put like a small buy in.
Oh, just be careful doing that though, mate. But I mean,
I know. It's just how volatile it is this morning. I'm trying to take advantage of it.
yeah. Nice though, mate. It's been a lovely morning. Look at that though. That entry though. I love a nice entry like that.
I'm safe now anyway. It's all right.
Should we get the tunage on while we wait? This is the thing though now, we've had a trade. I know we didn't get much, or some of us didn't get much, but there's no point forcing it, because today's a very tricky day, right? You just need to understand it's a very tricky day. There's loads of contradiction at the minute, and that's what you don't want. Contradiction. Should have took a bit more out on that trade as well, really. Thought that 5 might flip a bit further, but
What it is. Win.
think I found a good playlist with non-copyright. Actually songs instead of like the creepy YouTube music.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see Alan Robinson on the call, guys. In Bali, living it up. I need to come over, mate. I need to come over and see ya. I just want to go over this trade here. Look at that, man. I came off for another top. To be honest, though, if we look left, that's what's happened here. So we should have really planned for it. So you came up here, you tapped, and then you came and made another high to come down. My bad, that, guys. My bad. And the 5 didn't close above, did it? That would have been the sign to get out, really. I should have just... I mean, he tapped it once here. The reason why I thought, okay, well, this 5 might flip. Do you know the reason why? Why do you think I thought this 5 might flip? Because this had no bottom wick. And I thought, okay, you're aggressively pushing up. And what you'll tend to get is one candle aggressively push up, and then that'll be the one what flips. I thought we might get that flip there, but obviously not. Okay, we've had a forward close now. Let's have a look then. Let's have a look. Okay, so... Oh, don't do that to me. Come on, we need a top wick here on the 4. So the 4's closed bearish, exactly what we wanted, right? So if you still got flies on this, fantastic. We really don't want this 4 to push down first. That's an issue, really, because we want to sell down with it. But if it comes down and taps 21.99, that's our advantage point. So we don't really want to do that. Do I have a buy position? Should I hold? Insights and SD. Yeah, you're in a buy at 2008. You're in a buy at 2008. Miles away, mate. Bro, I have a buy position. Should I hold or exit at 2008? Mate, 2008 is right down here. I don't have a clue how you entered. Okay, so we broke the lows now on the 4 and the 1, which is nice. So we need a top wick. If we can get a top wick, I'm thinking, could we take another entry from 22.04 now for a sell? Because we haven't filled the range yet. We've came to tap the range, but we haven't filled it with the bodies. So if this hour can pull back 30. Oh, no top wick again. That's sucking me in. Could we look at another entry? Yeah, it's difficult when you haven't got much data to go off here. I mean, what are we seeing really? What are we copying at the minute? We're copying this. We're copying this. Everything's broke out, but I want to pull back. I need a top wick on the 4. If the 4 could pull back and tap, we just get sell stops underneath. If the 4 can pull back to 22.03 without tapping 21.98, we'll just get some sell stops, or we'll wait for a 5-minute close below a certain range around these levels. That would be the less risky thing to do. But I need a pullback. If you come back down to tap this area, guys, we might have missed the move, really. You're going to have to wait. What would you have to wait for then? It's not very good. You have to wait for an hour close below here, and that's going to take you to 10 o'clock. And then you're going to have to wait for a pullback. But then you're still wary because this won't have a top wick, so you would then need a pullback to this. Let's Let's see if we can pull back here. I don't like how it's done a bottom wick first. You sort of want it to pull back first with no bottom wick, and then you've got more reasons to come back down, because you need to create a bottom wick at that point, don't you? I don't know whether I would take a wing back sell. For me, for wing back sell now, it would be the same area, 22.06, which I can't really see it tapping. But at that point, you might as well go the top wick of the 1 hour. But I can't see it getting up there. I might be wrong. Because if the 1 hour does tap that, even if you get a 1 hour like that, and it aggressively closes like that, you're still, the new hour, you're still going to have to pull back, tap previous support, to then flip anyway, to drive, in order to drive. And you're probably not going to drive that much, and the reason being is this, yes, it did break a low, broke this low, so yes, it could drive past it, but you didn't break this low here. So is this enough liquidity to absolutely fly? I wouldn't think so. I would think the hour's going to close above, and then you're going to get a pullback. So if that does happen, you could get out at that point. But I can't. It looks like we're going to be pushing further down. Let's have a look. 15. I mean, you broke all the lows here, man. 5. This is a strong zone though. I mean, look at that. So 1 5-minute candle here from this level where we're at now came up, tapped. I'll see if I can get them both on. So we're here now. 1 5 came and tapped. Could we take another aggressive win back sell on that? That would be the hour coming to test the previous support. Sorry, the one before. And then flip. Could we do that? Or do we just wait for sellers back below? Because this one dropped, came all the way down to these levels. We didn't quite make it down to them levels, but this is probably the only similar thing on this. And then you came back up, and you came to tap 22.04. So I'm thinking, even if you want to come above there, do we need to do this anyway? Do we need to do that anyway? My only issue is, oh shit. If you look at the other candles, this is like the only one what comes up from this level to tap, where the others build up, close above. So therefore, do we just bring our wing back sell back down to our original entry point? Because if we want to drive up, do we need to do this anyway? Do we need to break, tap? Okay, we've still closed respect now on the 5. So the hour's tapped its previous support now, right? Because previous support on this hour is this. But I can't get sell stops underneath because we've got a wick on it at the moment. So I'd need a bigger pullback. And then we could maybe just use the body. Or we'll wait for a smaller time frame break to the low. But at the minute I can't get on it. I need a pullback too. 15 doing? So the 15's closed with no top wick. We haven't broke back in yet on the 15. Is this a fake out to the downside? What's a 30 doing? 15 still hasn't brought back in. We need this 15 probably to stay respecting. What does it need to respect though? What time on 9:15? Can this get tapped again? Okay, it's got no. It's the first forward bearish close there. Can we pull back? Do we just get a? Because if the sell stop off the 4, if this 4 can tap our pullback area, could we not just get a sell stop off the wick? Because if it's gonna flip back to that and activate, you're likely gonna push and fill the wick at least, which is 30 pips. But you're not just gonna come down to fill if we want to go down. You're gonna push past. Everything's brought the lows here. Everything has brought the lows. Can we get another tap of 22.04? Five's close respecting. Okay, I have got a potential position around here, guys. And then what we'll do, we're going to be entering between 22.04 and 22.06. Now, take partial move to break even would be. That's if we can get up there. That's the thing. We might not. We could just flip now. Everything's broke the lows at the moment. Can we get back up there? Yeah. What would stops be? Stops would only need to be the highs, because the highs. If you push past that, you're not interested at all. I mean, you could maybe cover this. I'd probably cover this actually. 80. Again, you'd have to be aggressive because you're pushing back above this high on the 2. What does the 3 look like actually? Alright, the 3 would make sense. Yeah, we'd be looking at that. 15's close respect and nice. Okay, yeah, this wing back sell is going to be on here. If we can get up there, we might not though, right? Wing back sells. Let's get this on the signals. And the target really, for me, it's actually, yeah, we're going to go down here now. Now that we've broke the lows and we've closed below, you do want to see a close below 21.99, but you should be coming to fill the wick at 21.93 anyway.
Daily flip at 21.86 as well.
Yeah, well that would be really nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So then we'll do 2020.
2020. Oh, yeah.
Cool 800.
Stop loss. TP1. So the take partial move to break even though would be off. Be around these levels. Fucking hell, we're pushing here, guys. Stand by. 0.3. 0.3. Target. 185.39. If we reject here, it might mean this is the pullback happening now. This is, oh, we're coming for the pullback. So that's what I've got. I've got wingback sells from 22.04. Now, our get out of this, our get out is if the hour closes above. So we don't touch it unless the hour closes above. Right, and if the hour closes above like that, then we should still get a pullback anyway. That's when we get out. We get out at break even for the flip to come back up. If we close something like that, we can look for potential second positions in and around these area 22, because what should happen then, you should still get a pullback anyway. It's the advantage point on this, so if you do close like that, might be a bit tricky, because you might not pull back to our entry of the second, but we can look for entries for the pullback to come down to take a second entry to get out a break even on both. Do you know what I mean? So, but it's whether this is going to flip, because if this we're rejecting here at the minute, the 15 is closed respecting here. We've pulled back now, so we could actually, if I get a 5 close and we get a top wick, we potentially get sell stops underneath the 5 because we've had that pullback. What is this? I mark that up there like that. Oh, if we get a 5 back below here. Do it. That would have been nice if we could have pulled back to that though. I've just looked here, right? Here's a little pullback zone here at 22.03. That might have been the pullback. Could have been. If this 5 closes like this and we get a top wick, guys, right, we probably get sell stops underneath, so pay attention here, right, because the 15 actually closed respecting this 15. Yes, it could still flip to the upside and close in, and I might be worth waiting for the 15 actually. I need a steep top wick on the 5. We need this 15 to close doji really for this to work. So it might be worth waiting. Oh, the 5 closed bearish, so we're not taking that. It's still respecting this area though, which is nice. Can we push up here? This is not on. This is not the trade here. Oh, come on, get up there. Because look at the 15 flipping back. Is this 5? Is this 5 gonna flip? I'm looking at the 5s, and when we tap, I'm hoping we can get something like this where you straight back down. Yes, we've got the body of the candles coming up, but still the same thing where you're gonna have to come back down to tap, to then come back up if it wants to. So I'm hoping we can come straight back down from here, or if we do push past, we might tap this level, but then you still should pull back to here, because that's what tends to happen. So I'm looking at this, I'm looking at this one, this one, this. That's what we're looking at. Okay. Oh, we're close. This is a nice pushing candle, this. If this 5 can break the highs, this would be really nice. Because you've got no bottom wick. Go on, son. Get up there. Get up there. Stand by, guys. Stand by. Come on, another little push. There is an area where it might reject from around here. Got a nice big pushing candle there. Ooh, 1 minute's just closed. Bullish. Stand by. Can we push on the 1? Can we push a bit further? Just a tad. Just a tad. Come on, there we go. Okay, guys, I'm in for sells on this. We are in for sells on this one. Stops are 22.12.92. Okay. Now, if this 5 can pull back and flip, fantastic. Not sure it will do, though, but it could do. You close bearish on the 5, you got no bottom wick. The previous 15 closed respecting. Everything's broke the lows, so everything's looking really nice on it. We are going to go risk-free and take partial move to break even at 22.03. Okay. So, take partial move to break even. Around here. Can this 5 flip? Now, my get out is the hour. So, we've got 35 minutes to wait. Right, so if you do go into drawdown, the next hour should pull back anyway. Okay. Now remember, the 5s can also close up here, so don't panic if you get a 5 close above. You can still close above and still tap and then reject. Okay. But ideally, if this 5 can reject, fantastic. 22.12. Because are we saying this is the hour? So look at the hour now. This is why I don't like to on a bottom wick, but is this the hour tapping previous support in order to flip? Is this hour going to flip? If it doesn't flip and close respecting, we're still good. You should still come back down. You might create a top wick first before coming back down, but you're still respecting this area. So you just need the 30s next to close. So you need the 30 to close respecting. You might then get a top wick like this 30, tap, and then flip to start coming back down. Doesn't seem to come down straight away though, so just be mindful that we're not driving back down. I was hoping we can get something like this, but obviously that hasn't happened, so we're probably looking at where we trickle back down. Might be the next 5, or could be the 15 or the 30. Okay, let's see. Which is basic common sense. Obvious, even. My spread's put me in like there. You've still got no bottom wick on this 5. So I would imagine you're going to have to come back down there as well. We've got a 15 close, which is the 30 in 4 minutes. The 30 is the next one to close. Now, if the 30 closes above here, okay, 30 closes above here, we should get a pullback anyway. Now, the pullback, though, it might only come to our entry and then go. Now, I don't think it will do. I think it'll pull back further. But the reason why I say that is because we've still got no top wick on these, have we? So it might be coming up here to create a top wick for these. So if you don't like the trade and the 30 closes above, you could get out and just wait for another entry if you wanted to. I'm just going to grab a bottle of water, guys. 1 second. Whew. Is this 30 going to close respecting? Now, if we can close respect on this 30, and the new 30 can pop up first, might want to come and get a top wick for that, and then come back down. If this 30 closes above, guys, I might look to get out. I mean, you might get a pullback anyway to 22.03, but you don't have to because you've broke lows here. So you could fly, that's what I'm saying. So we ideally need to close respect in here in 1 minute. Whoop. I mean, the 15s break out. I would think you're going to have to pull back anyway. Okay, this is nice. Oh, maybe not. Heard me. Can this 5 flip? Can the 5 flip? You sort of want this 5 to close round here, so the 30 actually closes bang on respecting. That's ideally what we want. That's a nice close on the 30, lovely. Okay, that's nice. We still haven't broke out. It's lovely. We might push up first though, which is sort of what you want. You want to push up first because you want some liquidity to drive back down ideally. That's it. I am interested in the second entry here, or probably not. There's no point having second entries quite close together. 13 pips. You remember you don't pop down with 1.5 from what I see, or do you? Yeah, it can take a few 5s to get down, right? So it might not happen straight away. Hopefully it will. Actually, this 5 pops straight through. That'd be nice if we can get that. So with this 30 closing respect down, we saying this could be the turning point for the 1 hour to flip back to the downside. Could it be? Okay, stand by, guys. Remember, we're going to take part. We're going to move to break even. Five hasn't closed yet, man. These tunes are too heavy for me. If it was me, I could have my own tunes. I would have loads of oldies on. Nice. Right, guys, I'm going to take part. I'm going to move to break. I'm going to be taking 75 out of this trade. 3.8. Oh, shit. So I've took partial. We're now risk-free on this trade. Nice. If the 5 close like this is nice. I know we haven't quite hit it there yet, but you might as well just get the risk off the table. If you want to wait. You're still looking good to come back down. You should. They all seem to tap 22.02 anyway, so it's not an issue. Now, if we've caught the pullback of the hour, also the pullback of the top wick of the 4 to flip, it'd be a nice entry. This be a really nice entry. Just avoid that top wick. So it's just whether we can avoid a top wick on the 5. That's it. Oh, I might get stopped here. Come on. We ideally need this 5 to push a bit further, because you might get a top wick now on this 5 to push down. Might stop us hard. Everyone grab some profit there.
Yep.
Lovely jubbly.
Yeah, mine's out as well.
Oh, you?
A bit late on the entry.
Have you been stopped? Have you been took out?
Yeah.
Right. No worries,
When
mate.
you activated, I just missed it, so I had to add market executed instead of the.
Did you grab any profit?
I did, yeah.
Ah,
What
damn.
did I get on that? I got on the first one as well.
Oh, nice, mate.
What's that one? Still about 132.
All right. It's okay, mate. Oh, there's a push.
Well, me account's at $285.
Really?
Hundreds. Oh yeah.
Nice.
So yeah.
Okay, no top wick on this 5. If we can just... you sort of wanted a top wick on the 5 and then the flip. Because now this 5 can just flip back up. It's not what we wanted. Okay, I've took partial. I've moved to safety on this, guys, if you haven't done so. I do that now because you're there and thereabouts anyway. You've got areas where you just tap and you can reject from, like here. If you look at this one. Yeah, that's where it's come down to. So if we can just avoid and survive this top wick on the 5, and this 5 flip back to the downside, and if this is the 1 hour pullback for the 1 hour to flip, and the forward to top wick to flip, this would be fantastic if we can avoid getting stopped at break even. But I took 75% out of that trade. I saw someone on YT that used strategy similar to yours. What's what? Oh, on YouTube. Yours, his name is Bard. Don't know if it's the same thing or because of support. I've never heard of him, mate. He also talking about with compensation. No, the only person I know similar is Domvo. Domvo's good, like. I like how he does stuff as well. He's quite a nice person as well, to be fair. Or he comes across a nice person, so that's the only one I know, really. And I know a lot of learned from Domvo, and then they trade different sessions as well. Good morning, Krish. You alright, mate? Talking about wick compensation, yeah. So we've got a top wick on the 5 now. Could this be the push down? If this 5 can close bearish, fantastic. We can be coming back up, and what tends to happen, what it looks like, you come up, you come down, you come back up, unfortunately. So it might mean we have to come back up, but I'm hoping, because we've broke the lows on the 1 and the 4, hoping that we'll just pull straight back down. Okay. And this is just the top wick for the hour. Come on, the 1. The 1's pulling back. Can this 1 flip? I don't. If he's try not to watch the 1 though, because you'll go crazy. But the 1 broke the low, and then you've pulled back. You haven't had a bottom wick. So is this 1 gonna? Oh, maybe not. because it's just closed. But see what this 5 does. So I think 13 pips we took partial there, didn't we? What was this? This is a wing back. What was this wing back off? It was probably off the hour, wasn't it? Because we broke the lows. Let's take partial move to break even. 17 pips. Okay. Yeah, we're struggling like. Excuse me. Up at the 30. Now, if you get a 30 close below here, 22.02, that'd be the hour. What would that look like in the hour? That'd be the hour closing nest play, and I'll explain what nest play is shortly. Actually, I'll do it now. So, you've got an hour range here, yeah? You've got an hour range. Then you add an hour breakout. And then, what a nest play is if the candle, this hour's broke below, hasn't it? Like that. Then you've had a bottom wick. All the way down here. Now, what a nest play is, you've had the breakout, so you wait for the pullback. But what tends to happen, if this all pushes down first, which it did, and then it's pushed all the way up. Now, if this hour can close respecting still at 22.02 and closes bullish, this is what you call a nest play. Okay. What will tend to happen with a new candle is, new candle will open up, might push up and test the previous wick, because these will have a wick like that. And then we've got a wick like that. The new candle will come up, normally test the previous wick, and then that's the one what flips and drives through like that, And that's what a nest play is basically. So the way you're getting on these is, when this hour pushes up and does its top wick and tests the wick, you can just get a sell stop underneath this hour, underneath the body. Yeah, and then as this flips, it's going to test at least the previous wick anyway, likely push past, and then that's how you're getting on them. So if this hour can push back, it means if we can avoid the top wick of the next hour and we flip, then we're in the money. We should be coming down to fill the range at 21.98. Okay, does that make sense, guys? How I've explained that. Really nice. Nice. Look, it's tapped our zone now. Now it can come back up if it wants, because we tend to tap it and then we tend to come back up, tap this again and then come down, which we might get, to be fair. Right, but if we get stopped at break even, guys, that'll be us done, really. There's no point. We've grabbed 7 pips in the first trade. We've grabbed 13 on this one. So, you know, we're up nearly 20 pips at that point. Well, 20 pips. Come on, get down. Another nice entry though, guys. Really nice entry. I mean, we went in to draw down, what? 6 pips maybe? So not bad. Okay, we're up $534 for today so far, and we've got flyers. Nice. Good start in the morning. It's 9:45. Not bad. we still got flies on it. I'm gonna have to make this box a bit bigger. I think I keep have to adjusting my profit on the MT4. What is this song? We're struggling to drive down now, so it is telling us that we're looking at we're probably gonna have to pull back. Let's see if it's just a 15. If this 15 can close low, and if you look at these 15s, they all pull back, so we might get stopped. But if we can just avoid a top wick. Oh, this one's pushing back. Oh, what's this 15 gonna do? Tell you what, we've had some pips this week, haven't we? Oh, look at the 5. The 5 closes like this, the new 5's likely gonna... Oh, are we gonna get stopped? Yes, I'm out, guys. Done. Nice trade, really nice trade. I mean, look at that. Look at that entry. The price can do whatever it wants now. Right, it can do absolutely one. It tapped our take partial move to break even. 17 pips you could have got there. Obviously, I took partial a bit earlier, around 13 pips mark. So I'm going to put that down as 13 pips. What did we take on the trade? So we took... what did we take on the trade? 427.80. 427.80. 13 pips. And then stopped at break even. It was a wing. Let's get the spreadsheet done. March. Your birthday next month, guys. What you all getting me? What are you getting me?
How old you gonna be? 21?
Yeah, 21, mate. Yeah, all day. Look, stay here. I'm really homeless, man. My dad's got, like, me. If you see me dad, my dad's hair is massive. My mum's hair is massive. That's where I get my jeans from, obviously. 11, 10, 9. What time did we get in that trade? It was 20 past 9, wasn't it?
9:22.
Yeah. Lovely. This was a wingback sell, but off the... We're going to say it was off the hour, right? Expecting the hour to flip. Wingback sell. 1 hour. 427.8. We grabbed... What was stops? Stops where... what was stops? How big were stops? Was it 70 pips?
22.12.
22.12. 80 pips. 80 pips. 80 pips. This, believe it or not, guys, I know this is the boring part, and I know the YouTube will be dropping because you've had your trading. Some people just jump on just for the trade, which is fine. But believe it or not, this is the most important part. I know it's boring, and you can't be arsed with it, but this is the most important part, tracking your trades. And it took me ages to learn this because I was very lazy with it. First TP, it actually hit take partial move to break in, but we took 13 out of it, and then we got stopped. Actually, pips after, but we didn't take any after full TP hit, no. Weekly bias, no. Daily, no. H4 broke below H1 had 30, 15, everything had broke the low. And then we had even the 5 H4 closed respecting, no, but we had the 15s closed respecting, didn't we? That's why we were still happy to take it. Not much to really put in on this. Max drawdown, 6 pips, wasn't it? 6 pips. Max pips before break even, I think it was 17. Okay. Nice, guys. What's this up here? change? Oh yeah, it did. There you go. Okay, looking really nice now, guys. 12 pips, that's another win. 48 wins. 48 wins, 4 break-evens, 3 losses, 2 of them were partial. Fantastic, lovely. Okay, any questions, guys? That's me done for the day. What did we finish off with? 5:40. Nice for the morning, and it's 10 to 10. Fantastic. Oh, look what's happening here. Look at this. It's tapping this area, coming back in. You're going to get a fake out here. This is going to be the move here, this. But I'm done now. I'm done for the day. If you've grabbed trades this morning, right, you've grabbed some pips, just call it a day, man. Don't overtrade. Don't run into no man's land anymore, because eventually you're just going to get shot, aren't you? Okay, and remember, one loss with this method can wipe out your last 4 or 5 trades. Yeah, and everything you've made today would be gone. So I just call it a day. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you all jumping on the stream. It's really nice to see the same faces on, so much appreciated, guys. I'm glad you've all grabbed some profit. Drop us a like, subscribe to the channel, jump into the Discord. Remember, memberships now, signals come with the membership as well. If you're interested with the membership, everything's on the Linktree link in the descriptions of this video. Alright, guys, I'm going to love yous and leave yous. I'll see yous tomorrow, same time, 8 AM UK time. Catch you later, everyone.
I'll probably see you next Wednesday, Pete.
Yeah, I'll see you next week then, Dan.
See you next week, man. Have a good weekend.
Catch you later, mate.
Bye.